topic for panel discussion is Key Trends Driving Business Innovation. And this will be moderated by Mr. Rohit Srivastava, MD, Club Hack India. I would request all the panelists to please take their seat on the dais. May I invite on stage Mr. Chetan Hingu, Country Sales Manager, ESSN HP India. Mr. T. Srinivas S, Director Sales, Intel. Mr. Champakraj Gurjar, President Tate. Mr. Harinder Salvan, Secretary General, ISODA. Mr. Tushar Siggat, CEO, D-Link India. Mr. Chetan Shah, MD, Express Computers. And Mr. Anand Swaminathan, CEO, Zycom Electronics. I welcome you all, and now the floor is all yours.
Thanks. Good evening, everyone. After having listened to all those wonderful talks since the beginning, where we discussed a lot thing about getting on to the cloud, some of the very interesting quote Shiraj gave about the Larry Ellison, where he reminded that whenever you are trying to do an innovation, be ready to face the music that somebody will say that you are nuts. So along with that, we had discussed a lot of content, a lot of product, but there's one thing which we wanted to discuss with this panel here is something which is more important for the sellers and the value-added resellers, the people who sell their boxes in the market. We have been talking a lot about innovation, but now the question comes is, we have in panel the members from the communities which manage the hardware and the software dealers. The very first question which comes to my mind is the one which we have already mentioned, the challenges for the people who are selling these boxes and services for you. What is the innovation you can think or you have added there which can help them to grow beyond a simple box seller selling out their boxes and become more solution provider or rather a partner to the whole activity. So I would like to hear comments from all of you on that and your concerns on the same line. Please.
I think maybe I can start, and probably my request other colleagues to join. To give the complete respect to this topic, I feel there are a couple of challenges which are coming for a box pusher to move to a solution space. A is a trader's mentality. Many times when we deal with product, most of the time we feel that we just need to resell it. The product comes to me, I go meet customer, close order, and need to supply. So back of the mind is always a reselling mentality which is there. It needs a mind shift from a reselling to a solution selling. The couple of challenges to move to that, to make a shift there. I think A is a resource. I think the organizations which are partner organizations may not be having the right resource who have understanding of this topic on a broad. So I feel that your partner community need to invest the right amount of resource for meeting customers and closing this. B to my mind is a mindset. Generally go ask customer a bill of material. Like I manage ESSN business. I think my salesperson go and ask customer what hard disk, what RAM, ask those questions, what platform, what CPU, and come prepare a bill of material, give a customer and close the order. At any point of time, are they asking customer that where are you using this equipment? Are you using as a web server or a data server or a file server? It is going in an application system or going in a data system, and around that whole shift happens. So to my mind, two challenges: one is the right resource, and second is our mindset by asking customer why customer is using it rather than just taking a bill of material.
So Chetan, in the beginning you discussed about one more interesting topic is that innovation even in the process. So I would like to hear from other people what are the innovation they have brought in the process which actually help the box sellers. So So as a customer, we always want from people who are from the customer on the customer side of the table, they always think that, boss, I need one guy who's coming to me, fixing all my things. I don't need to run around, a person just coming and selling me the box, and after that I am running around with different people to do the services or do the solution. So I would like to hear more about the process innovation people have, which is going to help the end user, the end customer.
Yeah, sorry, I'll go next.
Sure.
So, yeah, I think you mentioned challenge, right, from a box pusher to a solutions sale. I think it's not a challenge, it's an opportunity because the market is going that way. So the customers are demanding a solution-oriented approach, and that the systems integrators and the other implement entrepreneurs. So they are the last mile who connect the customer to the technology provider. So I see it as an opportunity. I think the market is there. It has been moving in the direction of providing a total solution since almost for a decade now. I think it's more and more going to be a solutions oriented approach. The three things that are required is differentiating oneself in in service. I think people, the channels, the traditional box pushers are the best people who can provide a personalized service, a service that is dependable. There is nobody else in India or in the world who can provide that kind of a personalized service. Take for example even the many of the higher education institutes in India, who are at even including the IITs, right? So they procure a significant part of their technology requirement from the channels, the people who assemble computers, servers, etc. So that goes to show the people who know technology and they know what's available in the market, they still do that, right? So it's whether it is branded or whether it is assembled, I think it has to be you have to differentiate yourself in the form of a solution. So the second thing is there are ample opportunities available for the last mile provider for the SME segment. So whether you are providing an MNC box or an assembled box, if you are providing a solution to the SMEs, I think there is an ample opportunity. So leave alone the numbers, numbers would be great, 25 million SMEs, etc. But a large part of it is still untapped in India. That is the number two. Number three is cooperation to a lot of hardware that goes into it. The hardware is becoming a solution, right? So it's no longer a performance oriented or a power efficiency oriented box, the traditional box. It's getting related security, the user experience. Those things are more and more critical, which we call a solution. So in the case of an SME, he wants to address a business problem, and that's a solution for him. So that's a definition of the solution. So all in all, I think it's a good opportunity. So I think we need a collaborative approach to increase our market and address the market needs. So India can go only one way. Most of the people are first-time buyers in the SMEs or the consumer space. So it can only increase.
Thanks. Sure. So we have already heard about the innovation of the dealing cloud you spoke about. So any innovation for the box sellers now?
Yeah, absolutely good. See, I think there is a lot of innovation to be done. A lot of our partners are already innovating. They are all into solution providing. They understand customer requirements and give solutions. It's a question of movement from a person who's box moving to the second level of value addition. A person already doing value addition moving a level up. So there is a lot of opportunity, as I said, for solutions in India. If you go abroad and go to different countries and see how they are using IT, and if you look at India, the best part is a lot of things yet to happen, a lot of growth and all that. Now where this innovation growth is going to come in the IT is through us people only. There is nobody else is going to, we are the industry of IT, so customers look upon us as what solutions we can give. So I think a lot of value addition can be done. I think one thing, where we restrict ourselves or the partners restrict is more on the hardware side. First, I agree with Chetan also, understanding customers' requirement and not limit ourselves to only the hardware side. I think hardware-software integration is a very strong point what we see. When we go to a customer to give a solution, we look after his network requirement, data transfer, what speed and all that. But sometimes we don't understand his exact application what he does. Even if he shares the application with us, we give him the hardware to run that application. But I think it's time now we should innovate ourselves. I think software resources are not so difficult. I'm not talking about very large companies who deploy the software, but smaller companies, when you go give them a complete turnkey solution with hardware and software. I think software development resources are easily available. You look at applications, everybody can develop today iPhone or Android applications. You have n number of developers available. So innovation is one such thing. See, my reading cloud service is also one, like, it's an innovation. Somebody thought of, okay, put life into the products and maybe develop an application through which you can control all the devices. So it's an innovative. So I think if our partners think on that way, because they have access to the customers and they know the solution that the customer requires, and if we can suggest innovations as such, which are of course cost effective for the customer and not so complicated. Because if we're talking about SMBs, they look at cost effectiveness and very ease of use. So if we can provide that innovation, and I think put some software flavor into the only hardware things that we do, think innovatively, I think that will be great. And one more point I'd like to add is I never saw a product rolling out from our partners. I would like to see that to happen. Nobody rolled out a service as a product. So there's no product coming out from our partners are very innovative. So they can always see customers' requirements and applications and maybe roll out a product under their brand, which puts a hardware and a software and an application which they roll out to the customer. I think that's a very open field, where partners can develop a product or application and roll out with their own brand to the SMB customers. I think that's one open platform. I think a lot of opportunities, of course. Innovation is such type of value addition, of course, is going to be there. So we as vendors, I think all are there to share, train and help, whatever. I think software hardware integration and complete solution providing will be the key going forward. One more thing coming to my mind when we suggest to customers on networks, we limit our domains to something, only networking or only cabling and don't go ahead. Now I think last 2-3 years people, the channel has started opening to security. Previously people used to go the cabling, switching, then maybe Cisco, because thanks to Cisco, so routing. Now after that they stopped. They never used to go to security. So now the channels open up in the past 2-3 years. Now they talk about security also. Now when once I say security, why not IP surveillance? So why we talk to customers? I think because we need to build that culture in our customers for surveillance. SME customers may say, why do I need surveillance? I think we need to push that into them. Oh, you need surveillance, I can give it for you. So I think this type of value additions to the customer also, making their lives easier, their business process easier, will all have to be done by us in the IT industry. I don't think anybody else is going to come and do it for us. So as it is how fast we can make all this.
Very
So I think that's probably.
I would like to hear more views on the business innovation and helping the box movers on that front.
Hello. Regarding this innovation, recently I was in Europe country and I read one of the newspaper that nowadays just box moving is not happening in most of part of the world. Pad, I have just read one of the French company who is selling pad with his own brand, but putting the contents inside, some games, and that pad is the largest selling in the Europe country. So now the contents plays, or software or some games plays very important role the worldwide war scene, and same will be coming in India. Just box moving, again I can say, is going up. But those SIs who are done always selling with the solution or the services, they are doing very well. But some partners are not able to do it. The new opportunity recently Intel has bought in this country with this white box. It's tailor-made. I see many of the end users, they don't require that much of memory or that much RD or that much big costly PCs. Because मेरे बाजू वाले के घर पे वो है तो मेरे को लेना है भला उसकी साड़ी से मेरी साड़ी सफेद क्यों मतलब he doesn't require. So this all-in-one now which is coming up, you can design your own for your customer. You help your customer, give them knowledge. You don't require this thing. You're buying unnecessary. There are very much people who are staying in the poverty line, below poverty line. They also now like to come to the buying a PC. Some schools where they cannot afford it, they can have their own customized PCs with them. So ultimately my answer is that put some content like some education. What I saw in the French company, it was they're having from 1st standard to 10th standard, all the programs were there in the pad. So that attracts the students. I need this. Parents say, I want this. They don't want to buy, but they will buy because of their education. That content will help them. This is my suggestion to all my friends. Thanks.
But there's one interesting point here. Content is basically an idea coming from the parents or the students. How are idea flowing into the corporate? Because we all know that we are limited with our limited knowledge, whereas the innovation may come from the end user who may want something new. So Anand, we have been knowing Zycom to do a lot of innovations which is actually displayed at the end user. So I would like to hear your views on how these innovation comes in and how more ideas flows into the company, not only from the internal people, but from the external crowd.
There are a couple of examples which we can illustrate where the innovation request comes from the client side and how we from a provider standpoint, either as a principal or as a reseller in between, could actually see the opportunity. Security, suddenly there's a huge growth. All small and medium business, be it national chain, retail chains, there's a huge demand for security, which is a standalone security. They just need a few cameras, a recording device. But one of our clients said that he's got 500 branches all over India. And he says you're putting cameras there and you're anyway connecting it to your monitoring station in Bombay. So why not you also look at how can you provide time and attendance on the cloud? Biggest challenge they had was they had the biometric scanner in all the 500 branches. Each branch had maybe 5-7 employees, not more. Doesn't make sense for them to invest on a time and attendance within a local site. So we have connected it to our server. So today we provide daily reports to the client at a centralized level, which talks about few thousand employees, 500 different sites, and the HR gets one single report. So now that's become a business innovation. We have had a retail client who's into high-end boutique. They're into high-end boutiques. They cater to very high net worth individuals in terms of the dresses that they sell. The owner's biggest challenge was to find out how does the salesperson interact with the client who walks in. Because the client who walks into the store is somebody who picks up 2 lakhs and 3 lakhs rupees of dresses just off the shelf. So we integrated audio to their surveillance. What discussion the sales is having with the customer is actually superimposed on the video. The clipping is then taken by the customer and used for training and coaching purpose. So we see opportunities which is just not tried out, and we are able to make commercial model out of the requirements. So that's business innovation.
For the box movers.
So the deal that's all coming is bought by the partners. Now, when the client asks and our system integrator and our partner in between tells that this is the requirement, we collaborate. It's not possible for Zycom to actually implement this kind of projects at a nationwide. We depend on our partners for both the inputs as well as the implementation. Make Mumbai Safe is a very big project for us under security as a service. Today the biggest challenge most of the societies have got is to be able to monitor the exit and the entry points of their societies, the car parks, the lobby area. So we have partners who are going and selling boxes of cameras and DVRs, or we have partners who are selling our Make Mumbai Safe solution where the customer does not even know what camera they're buying, but they buy the solution. which is per monitoring point payable on a per month operation model, OPEX cost. We track the DVRs and we track the cameras 24/7 at our monitoring station. Our partners in between, for having bought the customer, gets an annuity income, which is far more than the income that is actually got by just selling a camera on a DVR. And this goes on for a 24-month period. So these are the opportunity for the partners, which is all about our business innovation. And today, Make Mumbai Safe, we launched on 26 Jan. We have already covered more than 150 societies, and in the pipeline we have 400 plus societies who are wanting this kind of solutions, and they pay on a per month OPEX model. And all the partners involved in between, quite happy with the model that we are taking to the market. So that's, in my view, business innovation.
Sure.
I think when you talk about innovation, I think one of the things you have to realize is with IT industry, for the partners, innovation is more like a need today to survive, otherwise you're not going to be there tomorrow. Innovation in terms of reducing cost, serving their customers better. Otherwise, you're just like a group of 20 people all offering a vanilla ice cream in a white box. That's what all IT box movers were till now. And all of us have realized that, we need to put different toppings, different sauces, and make our ice cream look different. So, you will see a lot of innovation in the market today, where people are innovating on process in terms of how well they serve customers. But I think one of the things that you've written here, remember that the big challenge for box pushers to get into solutions and services is that their mindset. Till now, they were used to pricing their product and the margin based on what the product costs. If a product costs 100 rupees, they need to earn 5 rupees on that. They never realized that their margin should be dependent on the value they give to the business. So I guess that mentality that they had all these years first needs to change. And then, they need to get on the innovation bandwagon, without which, they're just not doing enough justice to themselves. They either undersell themselves or don't even know what they're to do with customers. So the big challenge, in short, is to realize, basically what they need to offer customers, all right, and then look at differentiating their vanilla ice cream in whatever they can.
The pricing can be dependent on how much you can pay.
It's about fulfilling a business value.
Fulfilling, right.
You're not even talking about price here. You are going out there to fulfill a business value. So I guess that's the big mind shift that needs to come within myself if I even need to get on that. Without which, everything else doesn't matter.
I agree with what Chetan says. See, today, and this gentleman here from Intel, right? There's a lot of collaboration which needs to be done today. The partners need to get together. We need to use each other's strengths. Somebody might be good in A, somebody might be good in B. And when we need to move, when we move in towards innovation, two brains can make a better product, a better solution, a better offering to the customer. So I would like to speak on behalf of the software community that I represent. We've seen over the last couple of years, we're seeing an innovation happening every day. Sometimes the product I sell becomes a good, sometimes it becomes a service. So we have to innovate. We have to work a way out of it. There are challenges which keep coming us. Today we have been told that the product that you sold as a service, it was a service 20 years back. We have to go back and innovate our business model. So each of us are actually innovating every day. But if we work together in a collaborative manner, use our strengths, we have an innovation coming every day. We invent